Hello athletes and fans of bodybuilding, Tarek Elgindi with the Mr. Olympia. Let's start with Japan, Tokyo. That's going to be the home of the Masters Olympia 2025. And the stage at the Tokyo Pro was incredible. Congratulations to Shoji-san. My expectations for the Master Olympia 2025 are humongous. If you are a master competitor, you need to be there to compete. I know Shoji is going to put on a fantastic show, and Tokyo is one of my favorite cities in the entire planet. In the 212, Kerrith Bajjo, my man, he looked incredible in Tokyo. I mean, I saw him at the New York Pro. He took second. He went to the Olympia. He looked good, obviously on the first call out. But if he had brought the same physique that he did in Tokyo at the Olympia, I think he would be fighting right there with Keon Pearson and Sean Clarita. He looked massive. He was conditioned. He posed well. When it comes to width, he's probably the only guy that can go head-to-head with Keon Pearson because he's very wide. And then he had the separation and he has the mass. Kerrith Bajjo needs to bring the same physique that he had in Japan to the Mr. Olympia. Nothing different. And you know, it's part of our sport. Sometimes you don't look your best at the biggest show. You look your best a little bit after, but now he knows the formula. Congratulations. I'm a huge fan of Kerrith because I believe this guy can eventually challenge for the title in the 212. He has the width to battle against Keon Pearson. In the men's physique, Corey Morris, man, great. Look at the waist, it's tiny. He has the large clavicle bones, the chest is filled up. Maybe a little bit more back thickness, and I think Corey Morris can start attacking the top 5. He's been to the top 10 at the Olympia. His expectations are huge, but I think Corey Morris wants a first call out. He wants a top 5. And I think he's poised to do that in 2025. Moving on to Bikini, Uyanga Bata from Mongolia. Beautiful, beautiful presentation. She has the full glutes. The conditioning was on point. I just think that the posing can be just a little bit more dynamic going to the Olympia. I feel like the competitors that win their first show, they get a little bit timid once they go to the Olympia, and then you get to the Olympia, the girls are posing with a little bit more aggression, and that's the only thing she needs to improve. Moving on to Spain, classic physique, Jesus Sendra. He was there in Romania with me. He came in peeled. This time in Spain, he was conditioned, but a little bit fuller. And because he's a tall guy, the full look benefited him. So I think this is the formula for him to go to the Olympia. Condition, but a little bit fuller to get the legs going, to get a little bit more width in his physique. Congratulations, great competitor. In the men's physique, Sid Poirier. He's won plenty of shows in Europe. I think I've said his name this year about 10 times. The key question is, Sid, what can you do at the Olympia? He's got everything, the back separation. He's got the small waist. The physique is complete. We need him to go and attack the top 5 at the Olympia. My expectations are huge. This guy wins a lot of shows. I think he's over 10 shows already in Europe. He's the king of Europe. Moving on to wellness, Jade Cristaldo, another competitor that benefited by being a little bit fuller. She used to come a little bit hard, and that took away from her roundness. And I think coming fuller has benefited her, and that is the formula to go against Isa Pereira, Franciele Matos. Sometimes competitors think, well, I'm just going to come in as hard as possible. And that takes away the roundness and the wellness. So Jade Cristaldo, this is your look. Congratulations. In Kansas, Bikini, Naid Nadauer. She's a great competitor. She took second in Hawaii. She goes to Kansas and wins. She's got one of the back poses that many people would dream to have. Incredible separation between hamstrings and glutes. From the front, she needs to be conditioned, have a little bit more of a separation on the midsection, and I think she did that in Kansas. I'm excited to see her at the Olympia. In the UK, Sarah Panzetti. She was in Romania, and I didn't think that was her best, even though I saw great genetic disposition in her, but she goes to UK, presents her best physique, and makes it to the Olympia. We're seeing a lot of familiar names, people that have competed at the Olympia going back to the Olympia, and a lot of them that have done well at the Olympia. It's getting harder and harder to make it to the big dance because this is the Mr. Olympia, the best of the best. I'm gonna be there. It's going to be incredible, and I know you're going to be there.